9 seniors live with Alzheimer's, and nearly 10% of older adults are affected by dementia. Now, that's a huge statistic, so we really wanted to open up the conversation and hear what options are out there for those impacted, and of course how they can get help. And that's why Deb from FirstLight Home Care joins us right now in studio. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we're excited to have you in for a first time because this is a really important conversation to have. But let's dive in first with what dementia exactly is and the biggest challenges that come with it.
Okay. Well, dementia is just a cognitive decline that people have as they age. It's not normal for people to do or to have this, but it actually happens quite often. But once somebody hits 85 years old, 1 in 3 people have some form of dementia. Alzheimer's has the greatest number of people with dementia. That's why I'm really a part of the Alzheimer's Walk Committee and trying to raise money and try to help people with that.
Yeah, because so many people are impacted. So let's talk a little bit about how dementia can be cared for, because it does impact a lot of folks.
Oh, definitely. I would say most of our clients that we have do have dementia, some form of dementia. I would say probably 70% or more. We actually do a lot of training with our caregivers. So we have a 4 to 6 hour training with them. They actually get to learn about it, but also have hands-on activities to see what it's like. So for example, they might not be able to see well, and so they'll have goggles on with dots to make things blurry, and then they're going to try to fix a puzzle. Those are actual things that happen to people that people don't even realize. It affects their vision, it affects their coordination, it affects a lot of different things besides just their memory.
Wow, and that's really good that you are having those caregivers go through those steps and that training like that, so they can really understand, and then that care can be even better, so they can really be one-on-one with those people. So what other ways are you able to do and care for over at FirstLight Home Care?
We also work with the people with dementia on what they can do, not worry about what they can't do. We have a proactive approach where if somebody is not able to maybe fold clothes, well, maybe they can still fold the towels. Or if they can't cook anymore, but maybe they can help get the ingredients. So we try to get them involved as much as possible in whatever activities they like to do at the level that they are still at.
So we talked a little bit obviously about caregivers, and then those that have either Alzheimer's or dementia that you care for. How are you able to support families?
Well, we support families not only by being there, but also giving them some of the training that our caregivers have had. So they learn different ways to help with activities of daily living. So for example, older woman with dementia was walking out the door and saying she was moving, and she took her suitcase, nothing was in it. She's walking down the sidewalk and her daughter says, "Well, Mom, where are you going?" And she says, "Well, I'm moving." And she said, "Where are you moving to?" And she said, "Atlanta." Well, that's like states away or wherever. It's a long ways away. So she said, "Well, is it okay if I go along?" So rather than say, "No, you're not going, get back in the house," she's just agreeing with her, saying, "Hey, well, if you're going to let me go, I need to pack. Why don't you come back in the house?" And so there are different ways to approach people who have something set in their mind. You have to distract them, get them onto something else, and maybe helping start pack, but then, oh, we need to go cook dinner before we leave, and then all of a sudden they might have forgotten that they were going to leave. It's just kind of different for every person though.
Yeah, and it's a lot of those things that you aren't impacted by Alzheimer's or dementia. You don't think about those things, but when you are in that situation, these are important things and support that you need to know. You guys do have an upcoming event that I wanted to mention where the community can get involved and support this great cause, and it has to do with pickleball, which is a very popular sport around here.
Oh, it is.
So tell us more about this pickleball fun.
It's called Pickle for Alls. It's going to be held at Court 1 on Lake Lansing Road, August 1st to the 3rd. There are all kinds of age brackets, it's for anybody that can play pickleball. We will also have some vendors, people such as the Willows of East Lansing, the Alzheimer's Association will be there. So even if you're not a pickleball player, you can come watch, you can come get some resources, and maybe it'll help you out.
Exactly. Well, I love all of that because what we do in the community is so important. So it's great that everyone will kind of be in one area. You can really learn and also have fun. Well, once again, thank you so much for stopping in. And of course, you can find more information about FirstLight Home Care and about that event information about the pickleball. All of that is on the screen below. But thanks again.
Thank you.